All right, YouTube. This Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit. It's late Tuesday evening. I wasn't even going to post today, but I seen something so disturbing going on in Detroit and with Detroiters, my hometown where I'm born and raised, that I had to post this video. Now, I know if you are a subscriber, you've seen me do videos on Rashida Tlaib, the Arab congressman out of Dearborn. Now, my perspective was always to tell the truth about the real politics that go on in the city and in the country. My major is political science. I'm a political scientist. So I talk politics. Now, the problem that I have with Rashida Tlaib is she's an Arab who's always supported the Arab agenda. Now, I don't have no problem with Arabs supporting Arabs. But in Detroit and in the black community, black Americans, we have no solidarity with Arabs. Now, I don't know how the rest of the country relationship is with the Arabs in their particular city or their particular state. But the relationship between black Detroiters, black Americans, and Arabs is exploitation, disrespect, manipulation. Those are the key words that drive our relationship with them. Disrespect, manipulation, exploitation. Now, Rashida Tlaib, who's never advocated for black Americans, not once, I challenge you to go on your YouTube or find any video where she's advocating for black Americans. I challenge you to find videos where she advocates for black Americans like you're finna see her advocate right now. Another problem that I have with Rashida Tlaib, if she would turn on her own party, she's been a devout Democrat. Everything about her has been Democrat. Now she's willing to turn on the Democrats, betray them, and drag black Americans into the fray on behalf of a war overseas. That's problematic to me. The very fact how quickly she will betray the Democratic Party because she can't get her way with the ceasefire over there in Gaza shows a level of treachery in a politician that you have to pay close attention to. Do you think that if by chance Joe Biden can convince Bibi Netanyahu for a ceasefire long enough to get elected and then they go back at it, where does that leave black Americans? Is this a trick? Do you really think that if Joe Biden says to Bibi Netanyahu, stop firing just long enough for me to win the election and then go back to business as usual in Gaza? Think about that. She knows that. She may even be betraying her own people. So if you're a regular subscriber, share this video. And I want you to see this Democratic politician's treachery against her own party as she tries to drag black Americans into this situation that we don't have a dog in this fight. Not at all. They want to say that they have solidarity with us. They want to pull up the civil rights movement. They want to pull up Malcolm X. They want to pull up Martin Luther King. Do you know when Malcolm X first went over there and he tried to get into Mecca, they wouldn't even acknowledge him as a Muslim and put him in jail for just trying to go over there? Do you know how they treat us in their country if we try to live there? Do you know y'all all say that y'all are feminists and for women rights? Have you ever seen how they interact with their women? For real? Then she talks about Wayne State is her alma mater. Wayne State is my alma mater. Wayne State is the school I went to. I went to Wayne State University. And the way they're dragging those students into this shows a level of mass manipulation. But I'm not going to talk y'all ear off. I want y'all to see what riled me up to make a video this late in the evening. This for fair usage under the 1976 Copyright Act for education, commentary, and the First Amendment. Check this out.
I love you. It was either Deadly Palestini or Welcome to Detroit. We'll end with Welcome to Detroit, but thank you all so much.
Oh, they've been trying to take over Detroit for the longest. You try to tell Palestini or Welcome to Detroit? Really? Say it ain't so, Black Americans. Say it ain't so, fellow Detroiters. Say it ain't so, Highland Park. Do these Arabs run this city?
Y'all, welcome. Welcome to the most beautiful, blackest city in the country, the city of Detroit.
Talk about pandering. The most beautiful, blackest city. Talk about pandering. Oh, now black is beautiful, huh? Bibi Netanyahu over there kicking your back in over there. And now black is beautiful. I feel like 50 Cent. What 50 Cent say on that tape? He said, oh, I'm handsome now. When he got rich, he said, oh, I'm handsome now. Oh, now black is beautiful, huh? Okay. We'll take that. We'll go with the beauty.
I don't know if I need to remind you all, but Detroit, we birthed movements, not just labor movements. We birthed movements on environmental justice, on women's rights, and so much more. So welcome. Gain strength from this amazing, beautiful black city that raised me.
Ooh, she want to be black now. She want to be black now. You know what they say? Everybody want to be a ninja until they start having ninja problems. Let's continue.
You will always, every single one of you fighting for the liberation of Palestine will always be welcome in my city.
I'm offended. When did Detroit City become Rashida Tlaib City? When did the Arabs, is this an Arab takeover? Is this an Arab takeover? Y'all got to tell me, Detroit. Y'all got to tell me, Highland Park. Is this an Arab takeover? When did they start rocking with us like that? With all the problems we got. Only time they mess with us is we sweeping their parking lot, playing lotteries in their stove. Listen to Rashida Tlaib. Listen to her.
Detroit's known this for a long time, what the Palestinian people have been saying for a long, long time. The Nakba never ended. 1.7 Palestinians, nearly 3/4 of Gaza's population have been displaced. I don't even like saying it like that. Forcibly removed. They are youth.
Hey, Rashida, I wish we can forcefully remove y'all from Detroit, allegedly. I wish I could. I wish y'all to move from Detroit and move away from Detroit. How about that? How about that for what a real Detroiter think about you in this trying to put a black face on your situation? Why you want us in this? Why you want us in this so bad? Black people got enough problems without beefing with Bibi Netanyahu and the likes of you guys. Let's keep it real. The way you betraying the Democratic Party, we know you will betray the black community as soon as you get what you want. You politicians is all alike, especially on the Democratic side. Y'all is some slithering, sneaky, diabolical politicians, allegedly.
The weapon of starvation.
That's a good weapon.
They are literally allowing children to starve to death
Allegedly.
with our money. Israel are horrific and well documented. You know, I didn't have to wait for the Guardian investigation to tell us what they found, which is that Israeli snipers have been deliberately targeting children.
This Democrat right here is so scandalous, she's willing to help Trump right now.
Doctor after doctor has come to my office showing me images of 6, 7, 8-year-old children with bullet holes in their skulls. Many of them showing me images of literally white phosphorus burning the flesh of their children's skin off. Things they have never seen in their entire medical lives. They told me we've done medical missions all over the world. This is something you have never ever seen before. We all know and feel it. And I know I feel so much guilt. I think we all do. Their lives and the futures have been stolen. Many of them clinging to each other as they are being bombed in their beds, buried under rubble, still holding on to each other.
I wonder if she's going to mention the genocide that's going on in the Congo. Do y'all think, I haven't finished this video, put a 1 in the chat if you think she's going to mention the genocide that's going on in the Congo. Or is she going to mention any social problem that Black Americans have? Let's see. Or is she being typical Rashida Tlaib, pushing a total Arab agenda? Because they say Palestine like there's some race of people called Palestine or Palestinian. They're all Arabs. I'm a Detroiter. Like there's Bostonians and Philadelphians and Atlanteans. You know what I mean? But if you put us all in the car and we all black, they're going to say it's a car full of ninjas, right? Okay, then. Let's continue.
All across Gaza, the medical system has been deliberately destroyed. That's a war crime. Well over 100 journalists have been murdered for reporting on the apartheid government, Israel's government's crimes against humanity. Again, targeting journalists, war crimes. In the past few weeks, myself and so many people on my team, we've been watching the multiple mass graves being uncovered, several locations where the Israeli government forces have been withdrawing from. Over 3.
She could have told her story. You know what I mean? And nobody is advocating the demise of innocent citizens and children. Of course, we are against that. But the problem is this: all of a sudden, Black is beautiful. All of a sudden, Detroit is the blackest city. All of a sudden, it's her city. All of a sudden, now she wants to come to the cookout. Somebody invited Rashida Tlaib to the cookout. And I don't think we should invite Rashida Tlaib to the cookout. She's very disingenuous. And I have to keep reiterating, look how she's betraying her own party. She's so concerned about genocide, she will not mention the Congo. If she does, I'll be surprised.
190 bodies have been discovered at Al-Nasser al-Shifa hospitals, including women and children, with showing signs of torture, execution, and being buried alive. Just imagine. War crimes. President Biden, I hope you hear us loud and clear. Attacking the authority of the International Criminal Court and interfering in the legal process is nothing more than an attempt to prevent the genocide.
Black people don't go for this. Black Detroiters don't go for this. Because right about now, Biden to get on the phone, tell him, why don't you stop firing until December? I'll give you all all the stuff you need. If you just wait till December, you can take care of this business after December. Maybe you can even wait till after January, and then it can be business as usual. We got this lady down in Detroit or Dearborn, Rashida Tlaib, and she's creating quite a ruckus, and that's a swing state. I need that state bad to keep it going. So just hold off for a minute. What if they do that to you? And then as soon as you get back in the office, it goes back to business as usual. The borders get to flying back open. Talita Rashid, she gets another term in Congress. And where does that leave black Detroiters, black Americans, white Americans, Mexican Americans, Chinese Americans? All she cares about is Arabs. Clearly, she's not going to mention nobody else.
Maniac Netanyahu and his senior Israeli officials from being held accountable for those crimes against humanity. You are an enabler, President Biden. The International Court of Justice just ruled that the Israeli government must stop its invasion of Rafah. But President Biden says what's happening in Gaza is not a genocide.
Well, hold on a minute. If the international court just told him to stop and he ain't stopped, why don't they go over there and stop him? Don't they got NATO? Why they can't stop him? So they just telling him to stop, but they don't really mean it. Help this makes sense to me. What are we talking about here? We're talking about a conflict that's been going on for over 100 years, nonstop. Well, all this time, we've been having our own American struggle. This Rashida Tlaib, pay attention to her closely. She turning on the Dems.
Where's your red line, President Biden? This is not even consistent with his own views on international law in the past, where he sit there and called and said Putin must be held accountable at the ICC. But he shields the murderous war criminal Netanyahu and the Israeli government official. They are asking us not to believe our own eyes. Each year, our country, and I say our country because it is our country, sends billions of dollars to maintain an apartheid government and support the ongoing ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. You all, every single bullet, every single gun, every single weapon, bombs that we send is a sacrifice of our own schools here at home. Many of which, when I go into the schools, have garbage bags over their drinking fountains because they don't have clean water.
Wait a minute. I'm from Highland Park, Michigan, and we don't even have a high school at all. Flint, Michigan still ain't got good drinking water. I think we got some problems over here we need to be worried about.
Every single bomb and bullet and weapons we send to genocide is less money to house the unhoused. When many of the veterans we send to support endless wars based on lies come back literally needing health care and nowhere to go. But we'll send weapons like this for genocide. When I tell my colleagues we gotta fight for clean air and clean water, who's gonna pay for it? How about we stop supporting genocide and supporting endless wars?
I wonder why she didn't tell her colleagues to go fight hard to get Flint, Michigan, clean water.
I know you all have heard me. Many of my colleagues come whispering to me, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you said that. Why are you whispering? Rashida, I don't support Netanyahu. Will you just send him 4?
Wait a minute. I got to push this up. Did y'all see that picture? That room is 95% Arabs. It's only a sprinkle of black people in there. Is she using black Americans as clickbait? She must be using black people as clickbait. That room is full of Arabs.
$10 billion. No conditions, nothing. When I watch my colleagues, one by one, voting yes to send $14 billion to the apartheid regime, those committing genocide, all I kept thinking about is that us, the United States, is the primary investor and funder of genocide. We're literally co-conspirators. It's shameful. It's shameful when I come back to my district and I hear my seniors tell me, Rashida, when are we going to get an increase in Social Security? And they turn around and turn that TV on and see that we send billions and billions of dollars to literally slaughter children, families, their fathers, their grandparents, their aunts. But wait. When my colleagues are outraged? They're outraged over the protests on college campuses in our country. They're more outraged than that, than the atrocities happening right now on the ground in Palestine, the war crimes. Y'all, there's no universities in Gaza. We all know this. We say it over and over again. And now, if they get their way, they're going to silence the university here at home. It is appalling to witness the crackdown and violent repression of First Amendment protected speech and assembly on college campuses around the country. I just left Wayne State University's student encampment. My alma mater. That's the school that I graduated from. Students are putting their body.
Did y'all see that is a room full of Arabs? She's trying to make Joe Biden think that she controls the black vote. She's trying to make her Democratic colleagues think she controls the black vote in Detroit. This is a whole shenanigan. Rashida Tlaib, I told y'all, I've been doing reports on her. Even a friend of mine took a picture with her. I told him don't ever send me a picture with her. Like, what are you doing? She's doing photo ops now with the Negroes.
On the line to demand an end to this genocide, to demand that their universities divest. And it did not start today. They've been talking about divestment for years. They're demanding their universities divest from the same weapons and manufacturers that are sending the bombs to murder innocent children in Gaza and their families, to bomb literally hospital after hospital.
I'm sorry for cutting this off again, but y'all remember in the beginning when she was talking all that black talk? Clearly, I don't know, maybe, I'm going to put this video in the community section. If you can't see, that is a room full of Arabs. She's trying to mislead the people that's not there into thinking that black Detroiters are in there. She is bluffing against the Democratic Party. She's saying this is her city. Oh my God. Please pay attention. Watch these politicians. They slick.
Targeting and killing journalists. But I want y'all to think for a minute. Why are our universities invested in weapons in war in the first place? Why are these universities sending militarized police after their students to protect those investments in war? They are literally spraying them with chemicals for saying save lives. It is disgraceful that the Biden administration and my colleagues in Congress continue to smear them for protesting to save lives, no matter faith or ethnicity.
She is a part of the Biden administration. Yes, she is a Democrat. She's a part of the squad with Cori Bush and Ilhan Omar and Hakeem, what's his name? What is really going on? These Democrats is imploding on themselves. She is actually having a rally against her own party, faking like it's a room full of black people. The closer we get to November, ain't no telling what we gonna see, people. Like, share, and subscribe on this video. Share, because you know they're not pushing my content. You know what I mean? But by the time we get to November, it ain't no telling what kind of bag they gonna come out of. This is strange right here.
It is cowardly. But we're not going to forget in November, are we?
Nope.
I want you all to know, and I've said this before, it is hard being there. You know, it's hard being in Congress when you see them using racist tropes to describe those that are saying Palestinians deserve to live. Hateful, racist tropes.
Tell me about
why
it.
we're standing up and saying enough. But I proudly hang the Palestinian flag in front of my congressional office.
Listen, lady, this is America. You can't be hanging your Palestinian flag in Congress. This is America, ain't it? So everybody just get a flag now, right? Everybody get a flag. Everybody get a movement. We just willy-nilly, huh? Okay. I'm gonna make me one. Make me a flag. I'm waving it tomorrow.
I don't need to tell you that you're on the right side. I don't need to.
We ain't
But I'll
on
be
your
damned if I
side.
wait 10 years before they apologize to all of you for doing what was right at this moment. You know, mashallah, I am the eldest of 14 children. Say mashallah.
Or a room full of Arabs. So what was all that black is beautiful stuff was about? Don't tell me the Arabs want to be black. Don't tell me that. Y'all want to be black now? Say it ain't so, Arabs. Y'all want to be black? Or y'all just want to be black until November? Oh, okay, I get it. Okay. I want to be black until November.
And I can tell you, from when I was 12 years old, transiting from my mom, and when people said stupid things to her and I would go off on them, she'd say to me, Yamma lesh? ليش انت الوحيدة بتسوي لي مشاكل? She'll say, Mom, why, dear? Why are you, out of all the kids, cause me trouble? Because you had to meet my grandparents. You had to. There's nothing like a Palestinian city. Nothing. When media would...
Okay, that's enough for me. That's enough. That's enough. I've seen enough. I only watched a little bit, and I didn't see all of it that I showed you guys. I just seen when she was talking about the black is beautiful, the black is this, and I thought it was actually a bunch of us that went there with Rashida Tlaib. Turns out she was clickbaiting. She trying to act like we on board. Just to keep the record straight, to anybody who may not know, emphatically no, we're not teaming up with Arabs. Under no circumstances will black American Detroiters team up with Arabs. Been living around them too long, been dealing with them too long. They got to handle their own scandal. Flat out. So, like, share, and subscribe. Sign to you out Detroit. It's been one. Salute to all patriots. Keep your head on a swivel. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.